I don't want to look back on that and think, God, I used to look good. So for me, it's more almost a selfish thing where I choose not to do it because I don't want that type of attention, and my father would kill me. You know, I just have different reasons, and I also work as a journalist for news organizations in Toronto, and it's just not going to fly if they find pictures of me in a bikini on the internet.
And I usually say, I know that my grandmother is one of my biggest fans, so if she would be upset about it, not going to do it.
That's interesting. I think that's true for you too, Sarah.
Yeah,
It's your family is going to see this, and that's keeping you honest.
Yep.
Interesting. Yeah. How do you deal with? Has everybody responded to this? How do you deal with the kind of the mash notes and the nasty stuff that you see? Anybody have any stories they want to tell about something? You kind of want to not. You don't want to talk about it.
Okay, all right, honestly, that kind of attention, like I completely ignore it. I don't talk about it.
Just ignore it.
Because if you talk about it and promote it,
It feeds it.
then they win. So just completely ignore. I mean, that's what I do.
That's some good advice. I think I'll take your advice on that one.
It's
ignore
hard
it.
not to, again, because you want to.
Yeah, but then they win. That's the point of
Right.
them
They want your
talking bad
attention.
about
Yeah,
you.
and then at the end they'll go blog about it. So
I once
don't
got
say
into
anything.
an argument with someone on my blog, and I never do this. I do what Justine said. I totally ignore it. But someone was writing on my blog, and they kept writing mean things. And then I would write back, and they would write back. And I was like, I'm going to keep writing back till this jerk stops. And I did it for so long that he actually stopped. He got tired. So sometimes you can wear them down.
That's true, but then you just, all of that effort that you put forth to try to
It felt good, though, Justine. It
oh,
was
I bet.
building up.
You know, it's a little different for me because I also get that kind of stuff all the time. Sometimes I find the person who is the nastiest and meanest is really there's a fine line between love and hate, can also be that person that you can convert to the biggest fan. Really what they want you to do is kind of respond to them. Now, I don't think if somebody's being sexist and nasty that way, they deserve any response at all. But sometimes somebody who's just being mean, you can convert to somebody, to a big fan.
Actually, I saw at VidFest they had a big new media conference, and I saw Deuce.
Love Deuce. Isn't she
Love
great?
Deuce. And her advice was to not respond at all.
Yeah. She has a lot of experience.
She has a lot of experience dealing with some really nasty stuff, and for her it was just the energy and the time, and she would actually remove comments if people were back and forth, even within, just delete that whole thread and get it out of there.
Don't get those flame wars started. Don't let them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Stop that, because it's your blog.
Right.
It should be your home. It's like people's coming in with dirty shoes.
Once in a while, you can respond to someone. I think with like what Leo said, and you can sort of be nice to them, and then get a positive reaction from them because they'll say they're sorry. I've done that a couple of times as well and
You have
experimented.
to kind of be careful about
you
who it
definitely
is you're
do.
talking to.
One thing that I think is kind of interesting, though, in the whole video blogging, podcasting world, like especially with women, is that we don't get together more often and do shows together. It's always like one girl and one guy, or one girl, and I just think, you see it with Twit and all these other shows, all these guys get together, and I really think it would be awesome
Seriously,
for a bunch of us to do something.
Yeah.
This episode was sponsored by Audible.com. Leo's leaving, obviously, so
he's got some T-shirts over there.
He's giving me the wish, but it would be awesome to really connect more, because I met with Natalie Del Conte in New York a little while ago.
She's awesome.
She's awesome, and I said, we're going to do a meetup in New York at the end of September, so the two of us are hosting it, so that type of thing, and just kind of, build more of a community around the ladies.
Because there is a lot of women doing this stuff. We just don't really necessarily know about it. I mean, I know a lot of the people that email me, women, girls, young girls, wanting to do this. Yeah. How do I do this? How do I start a blog? Like, we should be, helping them do this, because that's what they want. Oh,
Colleen is here as well.
We've got, this is awesome. Any other ladies out there? Hello, women of the New Media Podcast Expo. Where are you?
I think Leo really does want me to do an Audible ad. So is there one book we should recommend that people read on Audible? I'm trying to think. Anyone read a really good book lately? Oh, Colleen has one.
Oh, here we go.
All right, we love Audible.
Okay. Oh, first of all, I want to say, in dead honesty, not just because we're doing an Audible ad, I totally listen to audiobooks for two reasons. One, I should talk close to the mic. One, I totally do all of my school reading in audiobooks. I order them online. And two, I absolutely despise pulp tree format books. They're so boring and you can't do anything. So whenever I'm welding, I actually do listen to audiobooks. And I just finished listening to Snow Crash, which is awesome. If you haven't read it, it's a great cyberpunk novel, and it's really interesting in the way that it explores the merging between the fact that internet reality and real reality are becoming they're almost the same thing, but they're actually they're merging. Yeah. While we're actually doing this live, people are watching us and communicating with us via their avatars. So realistically, they're the same thing. It's just one continuous reality. And
really is.
People are everywhere all at once. We're in so many people's homes right now live. And so it's a book that really explores a lot of the interesting things and where it's going. It's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, my favorite book.
It's your favorite
Snow
book,
Crash,
really?
yeah.
Oh, it's
Neil
so
Stephenson
good.
all the way. All of his books are great.
Can you
is
give us the
funny,
title
yeah,
again?
because as soon as I walked in.
Snow Crash. By the way, I don't know if this is Stephen. Can I mention this? Neil Stephenson's new book comes out September 9th. Can I mention Anathem? Yeah. So they're recording it right now. So if you are excited about Neil Stephenson's newest book, which I just read and is fantastic, Audible is recording Anathem right now, and I'm hoping it'll be out close to the time it comes out in the bookstore shelves. We'll certainly talk about it when it does. We want to give them all a T-shirt. We want to.
There's a couple
I
smalls.
think
You got
Lori
the
wanted to
only
make sure that there were
one.
some smalls.
Let's see.
She wanted to be here, and I'm sorry that she can't make it. We really would
Still
love to have her
large.
here.
Yeah, I have so
Well, I
many
guess the rest
T-shirts
of
from
us
tech
have to
conferences.
Take mediums.
And I'm
I'm wearing my
trying to
new shirt.
find the URL for this. Oh, Lori, I'm
like
so
them big.
small.
I
Sorry.
always take larges
She
and
sent
then
us
give them away
one
to a
small,
guy.
2 medium, 2 large, 2 XL,
Or
2
nightie,
double
or dress.
XL, and there is one, if you look in there, a triple XL. You could wear that for
We could all fit in that.
a
actually.
tent.
Yeah, we probably could.
Let's go.
That would be an interesting ad for Twit.
I'm trying this drink for the first time.
That's quite good. Brain tonic is. I
Isn't that
agree
good?
with Veronica.
I think we should have a
Wow!
cheers.
Whoa!
Yes,
This
let's
is
have a
very
toast.
tasty.
Do it.
Women of the web.
All right, Leo. Sorry, you're out of this
I'll
one.
find the URL
Sorry,
and I'll
sorry,
tell
Leo.
everybody. Have some brain tonic, and I do want to remind everybody, audible.com/night, because that's our great sponsor, and we love those audiobooks, and I agree, Neil Stephenson's great. Do any of you read science fiction?
Yeah.
You have to. Justine, you don't.
Not quite.
What do you read?
I like marketing books. Actually.
Marketing books.
Yes. How boring.
They have those too. They have business fiction, nonfiction, history. Audible.com/night. We thank them so much for their support of the Net at Night program. That's the curse of
I
having
love my
advertisers.
Visa.
Do you love your Visa?
I love it. You know why? Because iTunes, I hate you. You know why? Because my Visa. That's
Wait a
where
minute.
I
Tell
rack
me the
up all-
story. What happened?
I buy a lot of iPhone applications. I buy a lot of movies and a lot
Yeah,
of songs.
me too. Yeah, yeah. And you use?
Use a Visa
You do.
I
Why
do.
do you use Visa?
because I love them.
Because it's safe, because it's secure, because
Very
you don't have to
secure.
worry about online fraud. You can decide, do I want the Prince album, or am I more interested in, what's your favorite group?
Tool,
Tour?
the band
Tool.
Tool?
Tool, yeah.
No idea who that is. Do I want Tool, do I want Prince? I
Or
can't
ABBA.
decide. ABBA. Or do I want Dancing Queen? You get to choose, and when Visa, you don't have to worry about any of that
That is true.
online fraud stuff.
And when I bought my MacBook Pro, they actually called to make sure that it was me purchasing
See, I
it,
love that. Isn't that
which
great?
was
That's nice.
amazing.
They use very sophisticated software that looks at your patterns, and if you do something out of the ordinary, it's nice, it's not unfriendly. They just call you and make sure that you're not getting ripped off, right?
That's great, especially when you use it online a lot, because anybody can,
I know.
get that number somewhere.
You want to nip that fraud in the bud. If somebody's got your number, you want to make sure you stop it before it goes any further.
It's true.
Safe, secure Visa.
I love you, Visa. And iTunes.
Take a
oh,
shirt.
boy.
I want the
Thank
box.
you for the T-shirts,
You're
Leo.
welcome.
That is awesome.
Anyway,
right.
wow, this was great.
Thank you.
Yay.
Wow, I just am in nerd heaven. I just love that. And
Once
you know
a
what,
year,
Amber?
Leo. Once a
You
year.
are right that I think it is time that some of the guys stepped back and women got to talk a little bit about this stuff.
I think I would like
Will you
work
start a
together,
show?
do something together.
Why
do
don't you
it.
start a show or
I think we
something?
should.
Collab video.
You know, get sort of a list
And you know
of
what?
the
I
ladies
would do it
going.
as audio, not video, so that there would be no question, no issue about, is it about hot chicks talking about stuff, but just really talking. I think that might
Yeah.
be a good way to do it.
Yeah,
You
it'd
like
be
that
lots
idea,
of fun.
Sarah?
Let's do it.
I think
do.
we
Alright.
should do it.
What are you guys doing later? We're going to just go do it right now? Just go make a nice
Just make it
podcast.
happen right now.
Okay.
All right, we need to. I'll coordinate sort of exchanging
love
emails
that.
and finding everybody's emails, and we'll try to make something
Molly,
happen.
give us a plug. What's your website?
womenofwarcraft.tv.
Womenofwarcraft.tv. Mostly Lisa.
MostlyLisa.com.
Lisa Bettany. Hi, Justine.
iJustine.com.
Justine Ezarik. Sarah Myers.
Pop17.com.
I love it. Thank you all for being here. I really
Yay.
appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Boy, you made an old man very happy.
Aw.
You made a lot of people very happy.
I know. I did it for you guys.
Yes. Bye, guys. Thank you.
But I also think it's really great, and I respect you so much and your attitude towards this. I think it's really important. A lot of times, women in the new media are seen as objects. Women in old media always are seen as objects. So it's